to this broadcast for the Savior 6 Racing League. This is round 2 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. We are in practice, and we are going to be getting some pre-race interviews from a couple members of the leagues here.
What's up, Austin? How you doing, buddy? Hello.
Oh, fixing the mic issues. We were apparently on mute there as we were trying to talk about Tiburon James. Hi, Chris. Thanks for giving us a minute of your time. I know it's
sure.
Busy time, but how's the circuit feeling so far?
It feels good. Feels good. The car is sticking to the track. As typical, the Chiefs corner, Chiefs curb, takes me out every time. Got a little wing damage, but you know, looking forward to it. Should be a good race.
For the people, what is the Chiefs curve? Where's that at? So we can watch for it.
Right. It is I'm looking at my map here. So after the back straight DRS, you got the couple left-handers and then that nice
long,
little easy uphill right bend.
Yep.
That one.
I know that one specifically. You graze that one. Car just keeps turning.
You barely even touch it and you're done.
Hey, well, thanks for giving us some time here anyway. Just wanted to kind of talk to you about the league in general and just life too.
Yeah, no worries. Hit me.
Yeah, no problem. So I've been in a league with you for a couple years now. A couple seasons now, I guess. Feels like years because the brotherhood and stuff you make in the Discord channels is really good. And I was just wondering here, what kind of got you into gaming? What was your first game station or?
First game station. I'd have to go back. I'm dating myself now a little bit. The regular Nintendo, NES.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the first game was. It could have been this classic Zelda with the gold cartridge. It literally could have been any number of games. But that was our first game system. After that was the Nintendo 64, and then when I grew up and went out on my own, the PlayStation 2 became my system of choice.
Yeah, once you were able to start getting in the online gaming too, it just opened up endless opportunities. It seems like.
Definitely,
So
for sure.
you're from the United States, like myself. I was just wondering what got you into, because I know a lot of us, like me growing up, I always played NASCAR. Then eventually I started getting into the F1. I know for me, it was that Netflix series Drive to Survive kind of got me into it and started watching it, and it's pretty fun. So I was just wondering what got you into the F1 game, and when did you start playing? And
So let's see. First Formula One game was probably on the Nintendo 64. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's been a long time.
So you're a true fan.
Oh yeah, for sure. My heritage is Italian, so Ferrari has always been my team. When Michael Schumacher was racing, that was my go-to driver. I mean, he was repping Ferrari. So it was kind of a natural transition, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I've been watching racing since I was a little guy, and NASCAR was my go-to sport because Formula One, you couldn't really watch it on cable around here, but you could follow along with the different news feeds and whatnot through ESPN and stuff. But yeah, that was a long time ago. I haven't actually haven't really been full Formula One gaming until probably the early 2010s.
Okay.
And I'd say more consistently since 2017, 2018.
All right. Yeah. I mean, the game's growing and growing more and more, especially with the online features like league racing, unranked lobbies. It just makes it a lot more exciting rather than racing against AI every time.
Right.
So
and that was something we struggled with in our early stages, as you know, we had a lot of AI. Now with the social media being a big player in recruitment, thanks to you and Connor, we've definitely seen our league grow exponentially, and it's been fun to watch the growth, and it's been exciting to see the speed of a lot of these guys.
Oh yeah, the league's definitely getting faster and faster every time, it seems like.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So recently, the league was renamed over this past off season to the Savior 6 Racing League. We went over on a whole rebrand, new logo, got new merch out that we're going to be sending out here, hopefully, if people are interested in it. Is there any reason for Savior 6 Racing League? Just a cool, any reason behind it?
So Savior 6 actually comes from the recovery team from the movie Behind Enemy Lines.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you've seen that, but basically it's a Navy F-18 aircraft that gets shot down, and it stars Owen Wilson. And while he's evading capture, the recovery force their call sign was Savior 6. And so my brother and I, anytime we created a clan, anytime we organized teams, it was always Savior 6, and it actually started back on Call of Duty Ghost. So Savior 6 was our clan when we were doing those clan wars back on that game. And then we tried to build a community, and it never really gained traction until recently.
Okay.
When, I kind of started all this streaming and trying to grow my streaming career, quote unquote. So with that, we created the Savior 6 gaming community, and part of that is this offshoot racing league, the Savior 6 Racing League. So right now, you alluded to merchandise. So the merchandise we have right now is for the gaming community, but there seems to be some interest by the Racing League members for a Racing League merch. So that would entail like a shirt with the logo of the league, the driver's PSN on the back of the shirt, and still tossing up the idea of putting the gaming community as like a small patch on the sleeve to kind of show that it's part of that. And so that's kind of where the name came from and the rebranding efforts.
No, that's really cool. There's actually a story behind it. And it's available in stuff other than t-shirts. It's available in other stuff as well.
It's shirts, hoodies, tank tops, sweats, shorts. There's a few different things, and I'm still looking to grow the merchandise store. There's a mouse pad if you wanted to get one of those. So there's some variety on there.
Well, that's good. So gets people interested. What other games? Is Savior 6 related to racing in general, or what type of gaming?
So the gaming community as a whole is for all game systems, whether you're PlayStation, Xbox, PC. There's no discrimination against that. If you play on the Switch, you're welcome. But when it comes to the games, it's literally any game that you can think of that we play. Still trying to get a good baseline of what the requirements would be to start up a new game. But right now, we're basically welcoming anybody who plays any game. So if you play, let's see, what's No Man's Sky? Not a very popular game, but it's definitely one that people play.
Yeah.
And if we can gain, more people who play No Man's Sky, we can create a new channel, and you can look for groups through that as well.
Well, that's pretty cool then. So if anybody's interested out there, we don't just do F1. We do a little bit of everything. And if you and a couple of your buddies are looking for other people, feel free to join. We'll have the Discord link in the description of this video once it's posted. But yeah, is there an ultimate goal with Save Your 6 gaming community? Because I know it's helped me find new friends and new people to talk to and all that. Is there an ultimate goal with the?
That's basically the goal. Is make it a community. Have people come play games together, chat, learn from each other. I know a couple people have asked me for advice, so and it doesn't have to be me, but if anybody's looking for advice, anybody's more than welcome to pitch in and kind of help each other. It's the design. The goal is for it to be a community. There are levels and perks with each leveling up system, so it's without going into too much details. Definitely inviting everybody to go. Into it. Don't want to waste too much time, but the rewards are a little heavily favored towards streamers, but anybody can take advantage of the perks and the rewards that are in the community. So yeah, definitely anybody is welcome for any game.
Well, thank you for the info on the Save Your 6 community as a whole. It's good to get the name out there, and if anybody's interested, just click on any of the links that will be in the description of this video, or just feel free to message me as well. Message Chris, and I'm sure we'll be able to help you out, or if you have any questions, you just want to talk, feel free to join. But yeah, overall too as well, I guess we'll talk a little bit about the race. I just wanted to ask you, where do you think where do you think you can get to today here, Chris?
The goal is at least 10th. Like we talked about, there's a lot of people who are fast. If Australia proved anything, I am capable of finishing in points. With or without traction control. Today I will be racing with medium traction control because after a wing change 3 times at Australia, I'm like, okay, maybe race time. Maybe race time will stick to some traction. But the goal is P10. Teammate Sohan finished P4th, so I'm definitely liking our chances coming into Bahrain.
Well, hey, good luck to you, and good luck with the Chief Curve.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it.
Good talking to you.
Thanks.
I'll try to leave the party. I'll get it. Oh, yeah? Cool. Well, that was Chief Chris, the founder and creator of the Save Your 6 gaming community. So like we were saying, if any of you are interested in joining the community, or if you just have any questions, go ahead and ask. Join the Discord. It doesn't hurt to ask, and if something you're not interested after you join, you can always leave. So, I guess we'll try to get a hold of somebody else here to talk to, and see if we can get a hold of, let's see if we can get a hold of last year's champ. Purple Catfish here on a hot lap. Medium tire run. Believe he's on a quali sim here. Oh, Faber Cobalt going fastest overall here in practice. Coming here, DRS open. You want to try to get wide onto this curb, like Catfish does here. Swing it, keep as much speed as possible. Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, folks. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
What happened? Did I just get kicked, or did the lobby break?
No, you just got kicked.
Oh, okay. Anybody else get kicked that you saw, or no?
No.
Okay. I'm going to do an interview on you quick, since I didn't get it last time. I just finished Chris's.
I already did mine.
Well, you're live right now, so enjoy. I'm just waiting to get back in, so I have something on the background.
I'll stay in the pits.
All right. Oh, Ricky Star, now retired. Let's see.
Oh, he's been retired.
Let's see if we can watch Chief Chris here. On and out lap. And tuning in to us now from pit lane is Revis Island 19, last year's champion before the rebrand. He got off to a very poor start at Australia. He did qualify, and he has qualified well here in the past, qualifying second and winning the race last season here at Bahrain. Revis, how do you feel here today after the poor, unfortunate performance in Australia?
Well, obviously, like you said, Australia was definitely not an ideal start by any means. And crashing on lap 1 definitely doesn't help, but I feel pretty good for Bahrain. I mean, I've had quite a few races here, actually, and a couple other leagues just happen to have a lot of practice recently with this track, and I feel like I've had pretty decent pace. And so far in the practice so far, I feel like that pace is going pretty well, so I'm hoping maybe I can hopefully carry that through to the race this time and not bin it like I did the last race. So.
Yeah, we're all rooting for you here. We want to see some good racing from everybody in this league. So where do you think your ideal qualifying and finishing position would be for this race here?
Qualifying, I'm not sure right now if I'm going to go on the medium or softs. I think the softs I could stretch it to a 1-stop, but it would be a stretch. But obviously depending, let's just say I go on the softs, maybe I hopefully could get like a top 4. And then finishing, I would say like maybe like top 5, top 6 or something like, because it could be a couple medium runners that'll have a little better tires. But yeah, I'd say around the top 5 both ways would be ideal for me.
Okay. So you'd say your focus lies more towards the race than qualifying?
Yeah, I mean, race is where you get the points, obviously, so qualifying does help set it up, but definitely the race is, that's why I focus on the race pace a lot of the times, not too much on the qualifying.
All right. Well, good luck today, and hopefully we'll get to see you crossing the line with the checkered flag.
I hope so. Hopefully I'm not announcing again another race.
All right. Take it easy, Revis. Good luck.
Yep. Thanks. Yep.
All right. I can just leave the party, or you can leave. It doesn't matter. Either way. Okay. That works. I might invite Granny Boy, see if he wants to talk. Hey, and we have now gotten a hold of Granny Boy, who is currently in the pits. Practice about 8 minutes left. How you doing tonight, Granny Boy?
Yes, I'm very well. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing better. My stream is currently running, so that's a start.
that is a great achievement. I can at least watch it on this one.
I'm already counting this as a victory. So
don't forget about the poll.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So you were the winner in Australia. How you feeling here tonight so far?
I mean, as I said, I'm feeling very confident about this race. There's a couple of drivers that are coming for tonight. Hopefully, can bring up to pole times that I can sort of give. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be an easy run. It definitely wasn't an easy run in Australia, so I'll never take that on any race that I do in this league. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it tonight.
Yeah, you never know with safety cars.
Oh
they
mate,
can change anything.
Oh yeah.
So we were talking to Revis just a little bit ago, last year's champion. He started off with 0 points in week 1, crashing out on lap 1 as well. And he was talking about the tire wear here potentially could be an issue, going soft to hard, medium to hard. It could be a choice for qualifying. Do you have a decision in your head yet on what you're looking to do, or?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the decision that I've made is one that I'll be going for, but whether it'll keep me in the top 10 is another story.
All right, understandable.
So that's what that's what I'm going to be looking out for. If I'm looking to be pushed out on the top 10, then I'm going to have to change up my strategy. So, and hopefully there could be a virtual safety or a safety car. I mean, you don't really get much. Yeah, anything can happen, mate. You know, it is one of them ones, especially in Bahrain. There's a few like curbs and stuff that can catch people out as well. That's another trouble.
Yep. Well, being very secretive, we were talking to Chief Chris. His least favorite is the turn 12, the right-hander going up into sector 3. That fast speed, you clip that curb. He's calling it the Chief curb is what he's calling it, but. Yeah, I know that one personally too. You clip that one the wrong way, you're just going to keep turning right. But
yeah, definitely. then you definitely have to pit for a new pair of tires.
Oh yeah. Well, hey, thanks for a little bit of words. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, thank you. Just thank you for very much for letting me be in this league. I wish everyone the best in Bahrain. Hopefully, have a clean one.
All right. And do you care if I post your YouTube link in the Discord in the description?
Of course.
We'll post. Because you guys did interviews, I'll post the people who did the interviews. I'll post to your channels as well, just so it's there. So
yeah, no problem. Yeah,
all right,
thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Problem. Yeah, I just wanted to make
sure. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, feel free.
All right. Well,
thank you, bud.
Yeah, good luck tonight. Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you very much. And you. Bye-bye.
Bye. And practice running to a close here. We'll be taking a short break and letting them finish up. Keeping an eye on everybody as they go. So.
Emoji waving hand.
Hey there, Mr. Cobalt. P1 at the moment, but let's see if you can keep it there for quali. When it actually counts. Oh my goodness, and Vapor Cobalt. Oh my goodness, let's hope he's okay out there. That was a very hard collision. Oh, mercy. Revis appears to be on a hot lap. Let's watch the end of this. Last lap of practice. A lot of brake failures out here today. It appears that Revis Island has survived. He does appear okay. Maybe concussed. We will find out. Suspension looks fully intact. He's able to get across the line. Oh my goodness, and he hits another wall. He may have been concussed there. Oh, quite unfortunate. Hopefully the McLaren driver is able to recover for qualifying. And our fastest lap of the day for practice on soft tires was Walker with a 126.1. Cobalt a second behind with a 126.2 on softs. And Revis Island third with a 126.7 on the soft. Granny Ward with the fastest medium time with a 127.0.
It is me, RVD dude. Glad to see your stream. Didn't he mess up?
Hey, don't say that. It's gonna break if you say that, I'm afraid. Oh man. Hey, RV Draco, if you want to guest commentate for a couple laps, let me know. We'll talk about Australia. So just let me know. Shoot a message in chat or Discord. Oh, man. And welcome in, everybody. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Qualifying. Okay. I was scared there. It said lap 1 of 29, but
Now I am comfy in bed. I am not moving.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Savior 6 Racing League Round 2 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Our short 18-minute qualifying session will begin here. Most cars should be trying to go out, qualifying the softs, but there is a risk involved with them. The soft to hard strategy, if you don't get a couple safety cars, can be very hard to make it to the end. So it'll be interesting. Revis Island going out on inters, probably just trying to put a scrub lap on them, I would assume. Chief Chris going out on the mediums. Who else do we have going out right now? We have Ricky Starr going out. Merrick on the softs. Ferrari's Linus Stern. And Knight Katsy on the softs in the Mercedes. So let's figure out who's at the lead of this group. Looks like the Mercedes leading the way. Let's go on board with Knight Katsy here. We'll see what he can do here. Let's get the telemetry on. Let's let you all know what tires are on. Fastest laps. All right. Qualifying here, like we said, will be an 18-minute qualifying. Wait, and Ricky Starr retires. Ricky Starr appears to have gone off the track. I don't know if he crashed or not. We're trying to get an onboard with Hayden, our on-track commentator. See if he drives over there and finds out what happened to Ricky. Looks like Ricky must have lost it on his outlap. Tires must have been very cold there. That's quite unfortunate for the Mercedes driver, as he is now going to be starting in P20 for this race after a sensational P5 performance in the first round in Australia. Here's our first driver of the night, Knight
Yes, lost
Katsy.
it on outlap.
Knight Katsy starting his flying lap, flat out, down to turn 1. He slammed on the brakes. It'll close the DRS, shifting all the way down to second gear to get the rotation around the corner. Then you want to cut this turn as much as possible without cutting the corner. Get on the power, and then open DRS again for the second DRS straight on the circuit. Going into turn 4, you're slowing down, going hard right before the tricky snake section up ahead. And 7. Oh, and that is invalidated from Knight Katsy. That is an invalidated lap. Let's go back and see where the Ferraris are. Line astern, still quite close. Sohan, this is a very good track for Slipstream. Hopefully he's not too close where he's losing downforce here. Chief Chris and Sohan both on flying laps here. Both on the medium tires, so there may be some communication and strategy going on here. We'll ride along with Sohan, see where he can do. Here's the hard-braking double left-hander. Very easy to lock up in the second turn going in there. Downhill, off camber, you need to try to brake in a straight line, but it's very hard to do. Opening up, DRS again coming out before you try to keep it in fourth gear through turn 11. Keep as much speed as possible. Then you have to swing it way to the left, back to the right, get as close to the curb as you can on the inside. If you go too far and touch it, you will lose control of your car. It will just remove all downforce from your car. Merrick sets P1 time right now with a 1:26.0 on the soft tires. Let's see what Chief and Sohan come across the line with. We do have a Williams, it looks like, about to cross the line as well. Don't know if it's... No, they are pitting. That is the Mercedes and Knight. My bad. Sorry about that. Chief Chris sets a time, and Sohan both sets a time of a 4th and 6th for the Ferrari cars. Prince coming to the line, setting his time, and it is a 1:26.9. 2 milliseconds above a 1:27 flat. Knowing, finishing his lap on the medium tires. Cobalt right behind. And Knowing goes 4th. Cobalt out on inters. Hopefully not holding anybody up. These drivers know it does not rain here, so they figured they may as well try to get some extra rubber down the track so they can set their faster laps as they go. Oh, and that is unfortunate. Lost it on the outlap for Ricky Starr. We have confirmation from the field. Cobalt with a 1:49. Revis Island with a 1:26.7 on intermediate tires. He may be starting the race on them if he cannot go faster. The lobby does appear to have slightly glitched, giving some people times. We may go back and fix it. We will see if we need to adjust anything, but we'll probably just roll with it. We have currently nobody on an outlap. Other than, nope, Knight Katsy is just getting out of the pits. Knight Katsy getting out of the pits. He's going to be trying to go on another outlap here. Actually, Tiburon James appears to be going for a second hot lap on these softs. Let's see what he can do. Picking him up midway through Sector 2. Let's see if he can keep it tight. Keeps it tight. Drift wide, out on the curb. He takes it a little bit inside. It's showing a purple sector for him, but we will see if that's true then. It's not always true. The Williams slowing down ahead. The Williams of Mooks is slowing down. He's going to try to get Slipstream from Tiburon James, it appears, or he may be going to the pits. We will find out shortly. Tiburon James setting a lap, and it is good for P9 on the soft tires. Those are 2-lap-old softs, though. Many other drivers here are currently on outlaps. Catfish on an outlap. We have Jan on an outlap. Let's see where he's at. Yep, they're all coming out of the pits now for their second qualifying lap attempts. We were on board with Knight. He DSQ'd. We will try to watch somebody else once they start going, but we can watch him until we get somebody that is on a hot lap.
Yes, enter best tire.
And we are getting confirmation that the intermediate tire is actually part of the strategy here at Bahrain. The intermediate tire, it was not used in practice whatsoever, but the teams must have just been saving it. We will see where we go from here. As we watch, let's take a look at Jan's hot lap here. We haven't had him on stream very much. He was one of the he finished the Australian Grand Prix, but he was 2 laps down at the time. Here he comes into turn 1. You want to hook the inside curve, let it swing your car around, get back on the power, cut the curve a little bit, takes it a little bit wide. Coming down, opening the DRS, wide open. The Alfa Romeo Orlin car. What a beautiful car. Very classic looking, streamlined. Reminds you of the old F1 cars. Nothing too flashy. Solid drivers. Take a look. Able to keep the car from locking up, and he drifts wide, and that is probably going to end his lap. Let's take a look at Catfish, who is also on a hot lap. I believe he is on a hot lap. Medium tires here for Purple Catfish. Now, we were talking earlier, we were talking to Revis, the medium tire could be the way to go. The soft tire may not last long enough. We will see. If you are on the softs, it can get you that position to get on a run, get a big lead, but it will be interesting to see what the drivers decide to go with here. Because no matter what, whatever tire you qualify your fastest lap on here, if you are on the top 10, you start on that tire. Purple Catfish here, finishing his qualifying run. Let's see if he can improve on the 128 flat on the mediums. And he cannot. He is 0.3 off of his fastest lap attempt. Connor could be on a hot lap right now, actually. Let's see. Grady Boy in the pits. Let's see. Hash should be finishing a lap here. Nope, Hash starting a lap. Sorry about that, folks. Cobalt, medium tire run. Let's take a look at him. Second place in the Australian Grand Prix. After the safety car restart, he did have the soft tires that would have been guaranteed to go to the medium tires that were guaranteed to go to the end. Granny Boy on soft tires in the Australian Grand Prix might have not made it if it wasn't for that safety car. They ended up all pitting for softs because otherwise you would have been overrun, and it ended up costing him a potential race victory, the safety car, with 6 laps to go. He's currently up on his time on the inter tires, going out of the mediums here. We have 8 minutes left in qualifying, 8 minutes. As Vapor Cobalt, he does have traffic ahead of him. It could be helping him. They do appear to be far enough ahead that they will just provide a little bit of slipstream. Coming down here, opening the DRS, coming down this long straightaway. Look at that beautiful pink car. Unfortunately, the last year we are going to be able to see that before Aston Martin takes over the Racing Point in next year's game. So we have to enjoy it while it lasts. Takes it nice and wide, not touching the inside curb. Then you want to run wide, open it up, get it straight line so you can get on the power as much as possible here. No DRS here, but you set up, you can do 2 DRS zones ahead. He has already passed them, so it'll just be a run to the line with a short boost to DRS. And it's going to be P3, a 126.6 on the medium tire for Cobalt. What a lap. The fastest medium time so far. A lot of drivers seem to be opting for the medium tire. We have more drivers qualified on the medium. But as time gets desperate, we're down to 7 minutes. We will probably see more and more people out on those soft tires. Hayden finishing a lap here. Where's it going to put him? No, starting a lap here maybe. Yep, starting a lap, Vapor Hayden is. Let's go on board with him. Second place in last year's driver standings. Sorry about that, folks. Second place for Vapor Hayden, last year's driver standings. Had a poor stretch in the middle of the season, but overall, probably the best overall driver in last season. But we do have a lot faster drivers this year. One of his teammates, Vapor Cobalt, driving for another team now, but Cobalt and Hayden from the Vapor community, both very fast drivers. It'll be interesting rivalry to see who can finish higher this season. Into the double left-hander, just slight lockup we finally see from Hayden. First driver to lock up there tonight. But hopefully it doesn't affect the tires too much. Hopefully no flat spot. He will have to start if he sets his fastest lap on these tires. Let's see what his time is here as he comes out to turn 12. It should show us sector time. The end of sector 2, he is 5/10 up on his fastest lap. 5/10 up. That would be good enough to put him in P10 only. P10. He could make up time here. He has to take it perfectly, though. Here comes Hayden down to the line. DRS open. And yes, P10 for Vapor Hayden. Not quite fast enough. Granny Boy on an outlap. Connor, Knowing Light on an outlap. Purple Catfish on an outlap. Let's take a look at HFM Ethan. He is currently starting an outlap, so we will get back to him before the session is over. Granny Boy trying to warm up the tires and get them loose here. On the medium tires, Granny Boy, winner of Australia, in a bit of trouble right now in P10. He may need to go out on soft tires. But we'll see what kind of time he can set here. The Williams driver, Walker, staying well out of the way. Good sportsman-like driving there from Walker. Granny Boy, hopefully not distracted at all. He should have a pretty clear track the rest of the way. He's going to go hook the turn. Ooh, and Merrick sets the fastest lap. Merrick with the fastest lap at the moment with a 1:25.8. I believe he already had that. Just caught my eye at the wrong moment. That's purple sector 1 from Granny Boy. Purple in sector 1 on the medium tires. He needs to be able to keep this lap together. If he DSQs this, he could be in a lot of trouble. He's currently down in 11th place. He needs to make sure he gets this lap on the board. Traffic to his inside, staying well out of the way again. He's going to drift wide. He needs to just make sure he doesn't clip the inside curb here. The chief curb. And he does avoid the chief curb. Purple sector 2. Granny Boy, 6/10 up on his fastest lap at the moment. This would be good enough at the moment if he does not improve for P5 or 4 or 5. I believe he should be P4 if he can nail this last turn. Granny Boy coming down to the line. What's it going to be? It's actually P1! Oh, he nailed the last sector and gets P1 by 2 milliseconds over Merrick on the soft tire. What a run by Granny Boy to steal away pole position. 2 thousandths of a second. But many laps to go. A lot of people out on the soft tire right now. A lot of people trying to set a fastest lap. They prioritizing qualifying over the race pace. We are watching HFM Ethan, sorry. This is one of the reserve drivers for this race. He is replacing Brogan Morris, a longtime fan favorite, who could not make it tonight due to being stuck under a bridge. Oh, and Ethan drives just wide. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be fast enough to improve upon his time. Let's watch him all the way to the end of the line here. He's going to try to finish. Go for another hot lap here, maybe. All about growing. Everybody starts somewhere. And look at that. Only 4/10 off. HFM Ethan, as long as he stays on the track, he's probably doing better than Brogan. Raw on a hot lap right now. We haven't seen him. He is substituting tonight as well for Hosik77, who has missed the last 2 races. And it says Raw has a purple sector. Oh, but he DSQs there. Oh, no. He DSQ'd his back tire going off the track. That's a DSQ from Raw. Plenty of people on hot laps right now, though. Prince starting a hot lap. Everybody out on the track right now. Very hard to keep track of. Let's see. Who's nearing the end of a lap? Catfish going into the pits. Not on a hot lap. Hayden coming in here. I believe he is on an out lap. Starting a hot lap here on the soft tires. He's currently P13. He's going to really want to improve there. Last time qualifying well down until the last lap. Let's see if he can do it again. Revis Island in the pits. He is not going to be improving. Revis Island, I don't think is going to get this lap in. He only has 45 seconds. Revis Island, oh no, that's unfortunate. Hayden, though, at the moment, he is improving on his time. He is 3/10 up. Plenty of time still to gain in this entire lap. Sector 2, probably one of the spots you can make up the most time on the circuit. All comes down, if he can nail this double left-hander, it's very easy to lock up, as we said many a times. He avoids it there. Very good from Hayden that time. Opening the DRS, coming down the back straightaway. Into the turn 11, 12, 13 to set up the final run down to the line here. He's going to make sure to avoid the chief curb, sorry about that. Takes it absolutely beautifully. Yellow flags ahead of him, hopefully that does not distract him. Stays on the circuit. Follows the line, nice and easy. Knowing light outside of him. And yes, it is Hayden stays on the track. Where's he going to go here? Opening the DRS down to the line. It's P4 for Hayden, but on the soft tires. Vapor Cobalt with a poor qualifying effort, but he is starting on the medium tires. Walker, Granny Boy, Connor on pole. We didn't even catch that lap. Oh my goodness. Connor steals away pole at the last moment. A 1:25.8, stealing it by just under 0.3 of a second from the medium tires of Granny Boy. Appears everybody remaining on the track just on cooldown laps. As we wait for everybody to finish here. To recap, Knowing Light will be P1. Knowing Light P1 after P9 in Australia. Granny Boy will be P2 on the medium tires. Merrick in P3. Vapor Hayden P4. Hash, one of the reserve drivers, makes an absolutely stunning performance in his debut for a P5 in qualifying. Beating out Walker, who's making his first race after missing the Australia race, starting in P6 on the medium tire. Knight Catsy, 7th place on the soft tire. Chief Chris on the soft tire in 8th. Cobalt, medium tire in 9th. And Catfish on the soft tire in 10th. The remaining drivers can choose any tire they would like to. We have Raw in 11th. The highest running Renault of Prince and the highest running McLaren of Revis Island in 13th and 14th respectively, with their teammates right behind them in 15th and 16th of Tiburon James and Jay Kelly. Soham Matthews 17th after a 4th place in Australia. Jan Bruyere down in 18th. HF Methan 19th, and Ricky Starr will be starting from the back of the grid after a crash on his outlap, on his first outlap in qualifying. Be an interesting race, folks. Let's see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, we'll wait actually. We'll make it a good highlight here. Wait for all the names to disappear. Technical difficulties right now.
Lobby looks glitched.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is round 2 of the Savior 6 Racing League around the Bahrain Grand Prix. We're on the Grand Prix circuit today. 6 different layouts here. 2 have been used. 3 actually have been used by F1. Today, though, the Grand Prix circuit, the most commonly used. We're starting here today. A little bit of lobby trouble getting us in here, but we're good to go now. Everybody appears to be on the right tires. We have Connor, Knowing Light, starting in P1. Granny Boy sharing the front row in P2 on the medium tires. First of the medium runners. Merrick P3. Vaporhate in P4. Hash 9211, the other Red Bull. A stunning performance for P5 to help out the Red Bull. Red Bull could be running away with this championship already if they can both hold their positions where they are or even gain some. Let's get everything set up here. But Walker is P6 on the medium tire. Knight 7th on the soft tire. Chief Chris back in 8th. Vapor Cobalt medium tires in 9th. Purple Catfish starting in 10th place on the softs. Raw starting medium tires in 11th. Mooks 12th place on the medium tires. Prince 13th on the medium tires. Revis Island 14th medium tires. Tiburon James J. Kelly medium tires. Sohan Matthew back in 17th. Jan Bruyere 18th. HFM Ethan on the medium tires. And Ricky Starr on the medium tires. So everybody outside the top 10 choosing to start on the medium tires. The leaders will get set into the front of the grid. We have to wait for the entire grid to reform here. Connor waiting patiently. Granny Boy, who can get the better run down the front stretch here. As you see, the projected pit stop strategy, soft, soft, medium, or soft, soft, hard. From our calculations, it actually is probably soft to hard, if you can push it, or soft, medium, soft. Soft, soft, medium. And away they go! Knowing Light gets a good run. Oh, and there's a massive crash in the back. Tiburon James and Jan Bruyere spinning out. We didn't quite see what happened. Oh, and that's a virtual safety car. That's going to keep any collisions from happening here. Let's see. Jan Bruyere losing the entire front wing. Tiburon James, we didn't quite catch what happened. He does appear to have some front wing. Oh, and we have some collisions under the safety car. We do have some collision under the safety car. Everybody, though, in front, appearing to get away clean. Merrick actually gets by Granny Boy, getting a better run on the soft tires. Those medium tires are hard to get going, but the soft tires will only last so long, as we've seen before. Hopefully they can grow a gap here. Hash up one position into fourth, overtaking Hayden. Walker battling with Knight. Oh, they're battling down the inside, side by side, into the double left-hander. It's Knight. Oh, and here they come. Cobalt down the inside of Knight. And he gets the position. Knight and Walker on the medium tires, getting a good run down the field here. And now they need to try to start closing up. The predicted strategy has now changed, medium to hard or medium, soft, medium if you are starting on the medium tires. The medium is the ideal tire to be starting on in this race. As Knight gets back past Cobalt, let's see if Cobalt can get back there. He does not want to lose Walker. He wants to try to use him to pull forward as they are on the same tire. Hayden closing in on the back of Hash. Both of these guys on the soft tire. And we have Raw also on the back of Chief Chris. Oh, and Hayden appears to be lagging out, saying he's in second. Prince up into fourth place. That is a very good... Oh, I don't... Alright, the lobby's slowly working itself out here. As Merrick is all over the back of Knowing Light, pushing him through the corner. They're trying to get away from Granny Boy. They do not want Granny Boy getting the DRS and being able to hang with them. Hash, the Red Bull drivers, may be fighting here if Hash can close off on Granny Boy. We'll have to see if Granny Boy lets him through or if he tries to hold him up. Merrick following Knowing Light. Hayden trying hard to catch up to Hash. A much better start than his last race. Up into fifth position. At this point, he was already with a broken wing. So, a very good start so far for Vapor Hayden. We have Knight on the back of Walker. Soft tires. He's going to try to utilize them here. Medium tires. Walker is able to get a good run out. Granny Boy with the fast lap of the race, though, at the moment on the medium tires. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. It appears that one of the McLarens has spun. I believe that is Tiburon James. Yes, and Tiburon James is out of the race. Tiburon James out of the race. That is a full course safety car. It looks like they could have got him out of the way, but he is right on the racing line. That is a safety car, and it'll be very interesting to see who pits here. These soft tires typically only go about 11 laps. They've already put 2 or 3 laps in qualifying on them, and 3 laps of the race. So we will see whatever decision is here. It will be an interesting one. So far, everybody pretty much holding position. HFM Ethan gaining the most so far in P, up 4 positions in P15, and Ricky Starr up 3 in P17. Safety car waiting for the leaders. It will be interesting as well if both Red Bulls pit. Hash will be held. Granny Boy should be staying out though, since that medium tire should be able to go quite a bit longer yet. But the soft tire runners, it will be interesting. I would imagine we would see them all coming in here. It's quite unfortunate not allowing the soft runners to try to build a gap on the medium runner of Granny Boy. Knowing Light coming in. And he is going to be pitting. Merrick pitting. Granny Boy actually pitting. Oh, that's going to hold up his teammate. Why would Granny Boy pit? Hayden pitting. Walker staying out. Cobalt staying out. Knight going into the pits. Raw avoiding the pits. It appears that we have quite a large number of the people in the back, on the drivers in the back, starting on the medium tires, that have stayed out. The only soft tire runner to stay out so far is Chief Chris. He's up into 3rd position in the Scuderia Ferrari. We'll see how long he can make those tires last. I can't imagine it will be much longer. But Walker and Cobalt out in front now. All of the people starting the soft runners and Granny Boy from the medium tires all deciding to pit. Hatch losing 2 positions under the pit stops due to being held up in the pits. But everybody is clearing out now. Sohan will not be pitting. Jan also stays out as they start to try to close up on the safety car. We'll probably have at least one more lap here under safety car, giving people an additional option to pit from the back. At the moment, basically everybody on the mediums up in front, all the soft runners pitting. Let's see what they have chosen to pit onto. Medium tires for Knowing, medium for Merrick, medium again for Granny, Vapor Hayden on the mediums, Knight mediums, everybody in the mediums. Purple Catfish, though, pitting onto the soft tires. Let's see. And Catfish started on soft, so he's going soft. The alternate strategy from everybody else around him, and Jan on the hard tires, the only hard runner at the moment. There's the tire chart at the moment. 1 person on the mediums, 2 people on softs. Chris on 3-lap-old softs. Purple Catfish, 1-lap-old softs. And we have a 5-second penalty for Mooks and Chief Chris. They will be serving them at their next pit stop. Safety car going around for one more lap here. I didn't even get to say the percentage of a safety car here, but now there's a 100% chance of a safety car, as it has already happened. We have a 47% chance of a second safety car here tonight. So the drivers may be looking into that in their interpretations of their strategies. Walker again, P1 now. Cobalt, P2. Chief Chris on the softs, as we said before, 3. Raw up into 4th. Prince, P5. Revis, P6. Mooks, another reserve driver, P7. Jay Kelly making his debut in the Renault, up into P8. HFM Ethan, P9. Knowing Light, P10. Merrick, P11. And the remainder of the field. Let's watch Walker. This race tonight, brought to you by Savior 6 Racing. If you have any interest in joining the league, we will have the Discord link posted in the highlight package, in the video below, in the description below, actually. Sorry about that. And links to our Facebook and Instagram as well. Post highlights. We have the Savior 6 Gaming community, which we talked about in pre-race with Chief Chris, the founder and creator of the Savior 6 Gaming community. Just all what that entails. But if you're any interest in gaming of any sort, or F1, we do it all. If you have friends that you just want to meet people, you want to compete competitively, this is the place. So just click on the Discord link below, and we'll love it. If you just want to talk, you want to play, whatever it is, we're for it all. But back to the race. These leaders on the medium tires trying to get their tires nice and loose. You see everybody behind him. Oh, and he takes off early. He might have caught the field napping. Cobalt very close. But Chief Chris did not get a good start there on those soft tires. He's getting to try to take full advantage of what little life he has left here on them. The rest of the field getting through relatively cleanly. It appears... Yep, Jay Kelly clean. Cobalt going off the inside. He tries to make a move on Walker. Walker goes wide into the corner. He's going to hold station. He's going to hold his station. Let's see if he tries to make a move or if he just keeps it clean, waits for DRS. He may try to force a move here. knowing that he has many positions on Granny Boy. We'll have to see who's the faster driver. Oh, and there's a yellow flag behind us. Jan Bruyere spinning out in turn 2, or clipping the turn in turn 3. That is unfortunate. Another unfortunate performance. Jan Bruyere spinning out again. He might be able to fight back. All he needs is a safety car. Anything can happen in these races. All you have to do is keep it on the circuit. Keep racing. Oh, and Knight and Hayden side by side. And Hayden is going to get the position at the moment. Knight trying to fight back. Overtake is applied at the moment. He's all over the back of him. He's going to go for the move up the inside. And Hayden locks up slightly, holding the track line. Hayden on the outside. They're giving each other plenty of space here. Very good racing to see. A slight tap of the wheels, but overall very good racing as they approach one of the slower drivers. Our last place qualifier, HFM Ethan. Will Hayden be able to get a clean pass on him here? And he is going down the inside. Rivas gets past Prince. Just missed that move. But there's a big train starting to form behind Prince. Let's see if he can hold off all his combatants. Oh my, they are really piling it in back there. This is just a conga line. This is going to be very interesting. Hopefully they can all keep it out of each other's backs. Keep their front wings clean. Oh, and HMF Ethan down the inside. Soha Matthew. He is just slipping backwards right now. This is unfortunate. Oh, and he hits the back. Oh, no. He locks up and goes straight into the back. Soha Matthew appears to get away clean, but FM Ethan appears to have broken some wing. Jan slightly off track again. Just an unfortunate day for them. Learning, though, as you go, and that's how you get better. Keep working, keep practicing. Back into the conga line, we have Connor, who was started on pole position, back in 8th place, and Prince retires from the session. We didn't quite catch what happened. It appears he must have lost it on the chief curb. Oh no, that's unfortunate. And TRS is now available as they come out through turn 3. They will now be able to activate their DRS as Raw closing up on the back of Chief. With the new medium tires, Chief's tires have to be starting to die. Oh no, virtual safety car. Let's see if anybody gets a drive through here. You do not want to exceed the delta. There is a delta on the screen, on their screen. You can see the green. That means Raw is good right now. If you don't want that to be red as the green flags wave, or you will receive a drive-through penalty. Raw keeping his distance very well here so far. He does want to get a run on Chief. A lot of safety cars so far. 2 virtuals and a full score safety car. Oh, and that's a drive-through for Hayden, Sohan, and Hash, all with drive-through penalties. Oh, that is unfortunate. Hayden's day started off so well. Unfortunate timing on the safety car, and a 5-second penalty for Hayden. Oh, no. Oh, mercy. That is unfortunate. As Hayden is run off the track. We don't know quite what happened, but he's going again. All he needs is a safety car. And he can get back into this. Let's see if we can get a hold of any of the drivers real quick. And Knowing Light going past Mooks. Granny Boy coming down the inside. They're 3 wide. Oh, who's going to get the position? Granny Boy, Merrick. Oh, they squeeze around Mooks. Oh, what a run. Merrick. Oh, that is very good racing. Unbelievable racing there. Granny Boy, Merrick, and Knowing Light just swallowing Mooks whole. And now, from the paddock, we have gotten a hold of Prince. Hey, Prince. What happened there? We didn't quite catch it. We saw you were leading that train of cars. We were talking about that earlier. Yeah. The chief curb, that inside of turn 12. Yep. Oh, jeez. Yeah, yep. I'll probably clip it out for highlight, but yeah.
You missed another DNF.
Hey, well, you were doing well. You were doing well there. It was looking like a really good comeback result. You still have Jay Kelly out there running for Renault. Hopefully, he can put some points on the board for you guys.
Night, Ethan can fuck off.
Well, next is Vietnam, but yes, it'll be a very, very interesting race there. Very tight circuit. All right, we look forward to seeing you there and coming back stronger. Thanks for your time, Prince. Take it easy.
I can't interview everyone.
Rivas closing up here on the back of Raw now that we are back to live racing action. Large gap starting to form in the field. Granny Boy closing in on Rivas. Let's see if he can get ahead of Raw. Raw, light flashing, could be low on DRS. Granny Boy closing in behind him. A very good run from Granny Boy there, coming through the final turns. Let's see who's going to get past. This could be another double overtake. Raw getting swallowed by Rivas. Granny Boy following Rivas through. Where's Granny Boy going? He's going to go down the inside, maybe. And he's going down the inside. But Rivas holds the position. What a run. Defensive driving from Rivas while overtaking. A little bit of swerving from both drivers. Granny Boy on the back of Rivas. He's going to go down the inside, and he's going to get the position. A clean move from Granny Boy, showing the pace. Now can he close up to the 2 leaders ahead? Walker in P1, Vapor Cobalt P2, Granny Boy P3, all 3.6 seconds apart from one another. No real close battles. Let's take a look at Walker right now. We haven't seen him much. This is his first race here after missing the Australian GP. And he appears to be running away with this race at the moment. Safety cars can change anything, but he is racing very clean in the Williams after 0 points in round 1. Round 2 looking very good for Williams. P1, P8 at the moment. Number 21, the bright red helmet, similar to that of George Russell's red highlights. Pit strategy, pit window open now for the mediums, as you see on the screen. Pit window is open. Everybody pretty spaced out in the field so far. The DRS very powerful here, but if the guy ahead of you has it as well, it is very hard to catch the guy ahead. You start to form DRS trains around the entire circuit. Some people like DRS, some people don't. I can say I am a fan of it. Without it, we would have almost no overtaking, so I'd rather see some with the DRS than none at all. Connor, though, closing on the back of Raw now. Let's see if he can get past. Raw seeming to start to struggle on these medium tires. Remember, his are from the start of the race. Connor, Knowing Light has pitted, Merrick has pitted for new mediums, so they are on fresher tires at the moment. Raw trying to get within that 1 second gap to Rivas. He's not going to get it here. And that's going to open him up to an attack from Connor, whether it's here down the end of the back straight or going back down the front stretch. Connor, Merrick, both trying to catch Raw ahead. Let's see. If they start battling, that may give Raw an opportunity to get ahead and get out of DRS, but they appear to be working very cleanly together here. As Knight is closing on the back of Mooks as well. Only 2.5 back, 2 tenths behind. Oh, we could have a couple of really good overtaking opportunities here. Knowing Light and Merrick closing in on the back of Raw. Raw is going to get the DRS down the back, down this front straightaway, I believe. And he does not. No, he does not. Everybody out of ERS, and that's a full course safety car. Full course safety car. Jan Breer crashing out, and that could change the entire race. They should all be able to pit if they have a new set of mediums. All the drivers should be able to pit onto a new set of mediums to get to the end of the race. It is or not they have a new medium available to them. This will be very interesting. If they do not have a medium, they will probably have to pit onto a hard tire. Or they can try to hold it out and go for a soft tire run here at the end. We already see one person in the pit, Sohan Matthew, in the pits right now. Let's see what tire he's going on to. And he will be pitting onto the hard tires. He probably doesn't have a new set of mediums. The 47 is Sohan Matthew on the hard tires. That will 100% definitely get him to the end of the Grand Prix. Ethan going past the pits. Hash going back to pits. He's all the way down to 16th. We were talking about him and Granny Boy battling it up in 3rd and 4th earlier in this race. That is quite unfortunate from the Red Bull of Hash. But you never know what can happen. Like we said, this will pack the bunch back up. And wait, Cobalt is on the hard tires. He got into the pits and he is on the hard tires, folks. They must not have new mediums yet. If anybody has new set of medium tires left, this would be the ideal opportunity to be putting them on. Granny Boy Walker into the pits. Granny Boy also into the pits. Revis Island pits. Everybody is coming into the pits here. Let's see if Mooks. No, Mooks stays out. Knight is diving into the pits. Cobalt already has pitted onto the hard tires. Oh, and that's a 5-second speeding for Knight. That's going to affect him later in the race. Let's see if Cobalt can close back up. It appears that he might have lost a couple positions here. Let's see. He should not have a delta now, and he gets back ahead of Granny Boy, but not ahead of Walker. Everybody holding station. Everybody pitting onto the hard tires. Merrick, though, on the medium tires. Brand new medium tires. Mooks out on 13 lap hold medium tires out front. In the lead of the Grand Prix. Williams 1-2 at the moment, but Mooks will have to pit again. The drivers from 2nd on down to 10th will probably not need to pit again. Unless there's a safety car, that could change a lot. But all the drivers currently out on the hard tires. Merrick, though, may have a massive advantage if those are new medium tires. He will be able to push past a lot of these drivers out here. He will just need to utilize the speed in those tires as quickly as he can. Yeah, Mooks has yet to stop in this race. Mooks, the only driver not to stop yet in this race. Let's see if we can get a hold of Jan. Appears we will have one more lap here under the safety car. The silver Mercedes AMG leading the field around one more time around the Bahrain Grand Prix. I would imagine we'll be going green here on the next lap. On lap 15, and we will have a 14-lap sprint to the finish. Mooks still deciding not to pit. This is going to be a very bold strategy. Those tires probably only have 3 or 4 laps left of life in them at absolute maximum. Unless he has been doing some crazy conserving. The Williams, though, P1, P2. Normally you see him in the other side of the field at this point, P19 and 20. But holding on strong. Maybe Mooks is up there to try to block up Cobalt a bit, let Walker get away, get out of the DRS, try to run away with the race. It will be very interesting to see what happens here, see how Mooks defends against his teammate. Recapping the race order right now, we have Mooks up 11 spots, but still needing to pit in leading the field around behind the safety car. Walker up 4 positions in second, started on the medium tire. Pit now onto the hards. Vapor Cobalt with the same strategy, starting on the mediums, pitting onto the hards. Granny Boy started on the mediums as well, but decided to pit on lap 3 for the mediums. Now on the hards, due to that strategy, is now behind Cobalt and Walker. Revis Island in 5th on the hards, coming from way back in the field, up 9 positions. Raw, the highest of the reserve driver. Oh, no. Yeah, well, Mooks will have to pit. So, net, the highest of the reserve drivers is Raw, up 5 positions in the AlphaTauri. A good performance from him. Merrick, 7th position, down 4. Knowing Light. Some people have had a poor race. He can still save this race, but from starting on pole position, down 7 positions, that's not where he expected to be at this moment. And the Mercedes in 9th and 10th, after a 5th and 6th last race, just trying to get some good points here again. As we are about to go green flag racing, Mooks leading the field away here. You want to keep it under constant speed. Take your time, and you want to launch when they least expect it. As Mooks goes to go away, he does not get a good run. His teammate gets a very good run. And his teammate almost hit case. He screws over his teammate. And oh, Granny Boy with an unbelievable run. Down the front stretch, a double overtake. And he might get Mooks here as well. Oh, Granny Boy, he's going to give him space. Granny Boy around the outside. Yes, and he gets the position. Granny Boy with an unbelievable run. Mooks gets held up just a little bit before the line, causing Walker and Cobalt to slam on their brakes. And Mooks lets Walker by, but then hits him in the back. Cobalt up the inside as well as Revis watches this all unfold. He's going to have to try to catch them and follow them all through before they get away too far here. Look at them snaking through the S's as the entire field coming down. Tight as a bunch. Oh, and knowing. Oh, that was so close. Raw almost running into the back of Merrick, but somehow keeping off of him. Raw, Merrick could have dived down the inside of Revis, and he might get the position, and they're side by side. Merrick making the most of the medium tires. Raw gonna follow him through on the inside as well. Revis is just dropping like a stone as the leaders start pulling away the top 3. Granny Boy, Walker, and Cobalt battling it out. Raw down the inside, and Raw spins. Oh, Raw spun. Oh no, he tried to go down the inside in an inopportune race and an inopportune overtaking spot. And now the AlphaTauris are in 15th and 16th. Oh, that is very unfortunate from them. But Granny Boy, with a triple overtake down the front stretch on the restart, puts him in P1 after 1 lap after 1 lap from the safety car. Walker in P2, just going to try to hang behind and stay in that DRS range. Cobalt back in P3. Mooks needing to pit, being overtaken right now by Merrick on those medium tires. Merrick has to make the most of those medium tires. He has to try to use the DRS to catch back up. Mooks down the inside, he runs deep, and it's going to allow Revis to maybe go down the outside as well. Oh, and Mooks is double overtaken again. Merrick and Revis around the outside, around the inside. And he's going to come down the outside of Mooks, and here they come down the inside. Mooks loses it just a little bit on the very old medium tires, and Connor's going to get by clean. Mooks may try to go for a fight back here, but he can't do anything. Those tires are dead. He's down to P7 after just a lap and a half. Oh, goodness. The Mercedes now trying to overtake him. Oh, goodness. And Granny Boy pulling ahead from Walker. Can he get out of that DRS range? It's going to be so close. Walker only with 0.5 of a second, 3/4 of a second to play with. He's going to have a perfect run here. No penalties for any of the top 6. All clean at the moment. It's just going to come down to who wins it on track. Walker going to need a perfect run, and that's a yellow flag. It appears Mooks has hit the inside. Oh, no. Mooks has hit the inside. He's hit the chief curve, and he's lost it. Those tires have to be absolutely screaming right now. As Granny Boy sets the fast lap of the race, is Walker going to be able to get into the DRS range? It doesn't appear so. Both using overtake. And he's not. Granny Boy may start pulling away. Walker's going to have a phenomenal lap here to get in DRS. But that's a terrible exit out of turn 2. And that's going to let Granny Boy start pulling away with this race. Knowing Light all over the back of Rivas. He's going to have DRS here. It's opened up on the back as he closes up on Rivas. Rivas starting to struggle just a little bit here at this point of the race. He was overtaken at the start, but he's fought his way back up a couple of positions due to a spin out from Raw. The Mercedes, just perfect team driving. 7th and 8th within 1.5 seconds of one another. The highest driver right now, though, Granny Boy, starting to pull away from Walker as Walker actually has a decent amount of ERS left in the tank from what we see. Merrick, P4. Oh, as Connor's trying to close up. Chief on the back of Jay Kelly. Let's see what he can do here. Coming around turn 11, up into turn 12, keeping it off the Chief curb. As we've seen many drivers lose it there today in qualifying and the race. Here they come. They're going to come down to the straight, front straight. Knowing Light on the back of Rebus. Can he get the move done? He cannot. Not right now, but he will have his DRS open here. Wide open all the way down the front stretch. Almost out of overtake. Rebus Island fighting, weaving. He just needs to make sure he does not move under braking, and he's able to keep it ahead of Connor for the time being. Sohan Matthew actually is able to overtake Haas. What a move by Sohan and the Ferraris up into 10th and 11th. Haas trying to fight back, and he's not able to yet. He will have DRS, though, to fight back here if he can get a good exit, and it doesn't appear he's going to be close enough. Sohan very low on DRS, as you can see the flashing light on the back of that Ferrari. Oh, goodness. This is not an overtaking opportunity through here. Back up to Knowing Light and Rivas. Knight Catchy starting to catch them as they're battling side by side. And oh, Connor, Knowing Light gets a bad exit here. And Knight's going to try to go around the outside. Can he get the move done? No, he's going to try to go for the switchback, though. Get a better exit. They're going to both have DRS here. Oh, it's going to be a run down the line. Down to the corner. Down to turn 10. Turn 11, sorry. And he's going to give him the position. He doesn't want to risk a spin out here. And that's a very smart move by Knight as he almost loses the car on his own. Coming back up over the top of the hill. Knowing Light with absolutely no ERS available. His light is flashing. He should not be recovering energy down the straightaway, but he is. Can Knight catch back up? He lost a lot of time through those corners. Knowing Light still in the DRS line of Rivas. And that's going to be so helpful when it comes down the stretch. Chief closing in on Jay Kelly. Jay Kelly, no DRS. This is going to help Chief to close up. But Chief with absolutely no ERS himself. Jay Kelly with some to defend with still. Raw closing on the back of Hash. Will he try to go for a move? No, he's going to keep it clean. Try to set it up down the next DRS straight. Can he get a good run out? And he gets a decent run. Is it going to be enough? Nobody with any ERS right now. Coming down the final turn. No, he can't get him. Turn 4 is not where he gets it. Granny Boy still leading this race. 1.8 ahead of Walker. Walker with a 3-second gap on Cobalt. Let's see if Walker can catch him up and make a good race of this. Merrick just 1.8 behind Cobalt. Rivas falling way back, 4.4 behind. And Connor being dragged along by Rivas all race long. And that's a yellow flag. Who's that? Walker has lost it. Oh, Walker from P2 has lost it on the outside curb. He's overcooked the car. And Rivas comes behind and has to slam on the brakes to keep from contact with him. Oh, goodness, Walker. Oh, that is unfortunate, but it moves Cobalt up into P2 and Merrick into a podium position again. The same podium we had last race in Australia. Currently P1 and P2, P3 in the same order. Walker's tires are going to be completely overheated here. Let's see if Rivas can take advantage of that. Oh. Closing in. Down the straight, to the outside, Rivas Island, he's going to try to go around the outside, and he leaves him just about enough space. Oh, goodness, that was tight. This is starting to get intense back here. And that's a 3-second time penalty from Mooks back in 15 for multiple warnings. Knowing Light trying to go down. He's all over the back of Revis. Oh, he's like eating him. He's being towed along by Revis. As Revis, no, Revis loses it. He's being put under pressure by Knowing Light, and he loses the car. Oh, that is unfortunate. Knowing Light did everything he had to do there, put pressure all over the back of Revis, didn't need to overtake him, and was able to cause him to make a mistake. Oh, goodness gracious, Revis. He's all the way out of the points again. Revis could end up with 0 points here once again. Knight and Ricky racing back-to-back, the Mercedes up to 6th and 7th. Can they start to catch Knowing Light now? Knowing Light will no longer have DRS here, so it will be very hard for him to defend against these Mercedes. 5 tenths behind. Can Knight get a very good exit and be able to attack Knowing Light down the front straight here? He gets a decent exit. This could be enough. Does he have the ERS? He has the ERS. He's closing in on Connor. Oh, here he comes. Will he go inside, outside? He's going to dive the inside. And he gets the move done. Just about. Connor holding the inside line. And he locks the position in. His teammate right behind Ricky Star pushing Connor now. He's got to defend a win. Ricky Star is going to hold position, though. Take it easy. He knows that his teammates have the racing point in a sandwich right now. Knowing Light starting to struggle a little now that he does not have the DRS off of Revis for the entire race. Chief still stuck behind Jay Kelly. Sohan behind Revis. Revis with a 4-second gap to try to make up to Chief Chris here. But he is back into the points. Knowing Light going to try to fight back with Knight. No DRS for the front driver, so it is very hard to defend here, especially when you are out of ERS. Sohan Matthew starting to lose a little bit of ground on Revis. Here we go. Knowing Light coming down the only straightaway without DRS. As Jay Kelly has spun it on the Chief curb. Jay Kelly spinning out on the Chief curb. Oh, that is unfortunate. He was having such a good performance as he lost it on the Chief curb. Chief Chris putting the pressure on, knowing where to push him, and he forces Jay Kelly into the mistake, moving Chief Chris up into 8th place. He projected, hoping for a 10th place, top 10 finish to get points, and he's doing exactly that with both Ferraris, 8th and 10th. Good points for the Ferrari. Points are better than nothing. Is Knowing Light trying to hang on to Night Catsy here, using the DRS. Not a lot of people with any ERS left. Ricky Star right now, though, up 13 positions after crashing out in qualifying on his first out lap. Started from P20 all the way up to P7. What a run by these Mercedes. Ricky Star and Night Catsy performing admirably in the Australian Grand Prix and the Bahrain Grand Prix here in the Savior 6 Racing League. Jay Kelly, now stuck behind Raw, still in 12th, and still plenty of opportunity to fight for points. Lap 23 out of 29 here. Granny Boy with a 5-second lead on Merrick at the moment. Let's take a look at where he's doing. And he is about to complete lap 23, going to lap 24. It's going to be a 5-lap run to the finish here. All he has to do is keep it clean, and he will walk away with back-to-back victories. Vapor Cobalt is trying to catch him, but I think his main goal at the moment is to try to keep Merrick out of his DRS here and maintain that second position. No penalties for any of them right now. It'll be interesting to see if Walker, after that spin, is able to close in on Merrick and catch up. Merrick, known for prone to corner cutting mistakes. If Walker can close up, he may be able to force him into a couple. And there it is, as we say it, Merrick with a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. And Walker, that just puts him 0.8 of a second behind. That's easily gainable, especially when Merrick's tires are going to be starting to go off the cliff here. These medium tires are starting to reach the end of their usable life and will start to fall away shortly here. As you can see him sliding all over the circuit. Knowing Light, Knight, Ricky Star, all in a train here. This has been a battle the entire time since the safety car went in. as Hash sets the fastest lap of the race. He pit on the new softs. Let's see if he can use them to his advantage. He has quite a bit of a gap, but he should be able to get past Mooks here. Let's watch Hash. Let's see if he can make the move on Mooks. Mooks out of ERS, as Hash goes around the outside, and he's not able to yet. These new soft tires, let's see if he can make a move. Let's see if we can see something interesting. Mooks' tires, very old hards, brand new softs for Hash. Let's see a crazy move here. Will he go down the inside? He will not. He's going to keep it easy. He knows he has the advantage in traction. Oh, he's going around the outside. Mooks gives him just about enough space, and Hash runs a little bit wide as he comes back, and he can't slow it down in time. Tires lock up just a bit, and he's going to take the route and keep it off the curves, making sure he doesn't spin it, and he's going to go try to line up a move down the front stretch here. Cobalt is now 5.5 seconds behind. Merrick 2 seconds, so Cobalt doing just what he needs to do, growing that lead. Walker within the 3-second gap, but he's going to want to try to get P3 here on track. Let's see if he can fight back here. He has 4 laps left to go through to get to it. Night Catsy 5 seconds behind Walker, falling back just a little bit. And then Knowing Light and Ricky Star dragging behind. Ricky Star starting to fall out of that DRS gap. He's going to need to try to close up here on Knowing Light to get into that DRS, or risk falling away from these groups. And he does just that, up to a 7/10 behind, gets into the DRS range as Ricky Star behind Connor. Chief Chris being followed closely by Revis. He's on the medium tires. Chief Chris tires gonna be starting to struggle here. Let's see how old the tires are. Yeah, Chief Chris on 14-lap old mediums. Those tires are going to be lucky if they can get to the end. We are projecting mediums to only go 16 laps. He had a couple laps under safety car, so his tires will be starting to fall off the cliff. He's going to have to just try to make sure he keeps it in a straight line. He's got points right now. The one thing you don't want to do when you're in the points is risk a crash out of the race. Jay Kelly closing on the back of Raw as well. 3-lap older tires, but he does have a penalty as well. 3 seconds for him. Night Catsy with that 5-second penalty, that could be very costly for the Mercedes, especially with how closely the drivers are driving right now. Revis going for the move on Chief Chris. Chief Chris is going to try to slip back in behind, get the slipstream down the front straightaway. He's not able to get it. He's going to try to fight back, go for the move, down through turn 3, down the second DRS straight, and he's not going to be able to get it. Revis Island showing his pace, trying to fight back after that costly mistake coming through the S's. Connor holding his position in 6th right now, knowing he has the time penalty of Night Catsy in hand, and that he will be finishing 5th if he can hold on to that 5-second gap. Revis 6 seconds back, 6.3 back. Will he be able to catch up to Night Catsy in time? And that's a yellow flag in Sector 3. Jay Kelly seems to have lost it again as he gets it going very quickly. Granny Boy now with a 7.5 second lead here. Oh, it's growing ever more. Vapor Cobalt here, 8 seconds back. He's probably just trying to keep it easy, maintain the gap to Merrick. He knows Merrick has a penalty as Granny Boy goes fastest of the race on hard tires. He goes fastest of the race on the hard tires, which are currently 12 laps old. Unbelievable from Granny Boy. Showing he still had pace in hand, even though Walker spun out. We lost the battle. He still has pace in hand. Walker closing in on Merrick very quickly now as Merrick's tires are starting to go off the cliff. Let's see if Revis can start catching that pack of Ricky Star, Knowing Light, and Knight. Ooh, Catfish closing on the back of his teammate. Will he go for a move here, or will he set it up through turn 2 and 3? He's going to go. He's going to try to get a move on turn 2. Turn 3, he's a little too far back. You don't think he's going to be able to go for a move here. Just a bit too far back on this occasion. Knowing Light into the double left-hander. He's been in this distance the entire time and hasn't been able to get past Knight. He may just be taking it easy, knowing he has the position, just trying to maintain that DRS, keep Ricky Star from overtaking him. Yellow flag in Sector 1, and who is that? That is Mook spinning out. Mooks recovered well, though. Doesn't appear to have much damage. Just think he got away with that one. Oh, Knowing Light, much, much closer to Night Catsy than he has been before here. They're going to have 2 laps to go as Knowing Light closing in on the back of Knight. Knight trying to defend. He goes down the inside. Knowing Light is not going to try to get in the slipstream because he knows he has that position. Knight has the 5-second penalty. So that is quite unfortunate for Knight. He really can't do much here. He could not get out of Knowing Light's DRS range, could not get away, and Knowing Light just hung onto the back of him for the remainder of the race. Oh, Chief on his teammate. Can he get past him here? He's going to go for the setback. He's going to try to get a good run out using DRS open. And I don't think he's going to get it. I think they're going to take it easier. Chief's Chris tires have to be falling off the cliff right now. He's just got to try to hang on and keep Raw behind him here. Knowing Light slowly hanging on. Oh, and that is unfortunate. Walker is rejoined. Let's see if he can take control of his car. Oh, and that might just gift Merrick 3rd place. Merrick still with only 3 seconds of penalties. Oh my, that is unfortunate for Walker. Oh, and Ricky Starr loses it just a bit. Should be good enough though still, as we lose our timing screens. Connor, we do know, running up to the back. Let's see if he can close up here. He may just be trying to hold position. And Rivas Island is retired from the session. Rivas Island has lost it out of the final turn. He has overcooked it and lost control of his car and wrecked out of this race. Our first DNF in quite a while. And let's watch as Granny Boy comes into Sector 2, trying to get the win in this race. Granny Boy, through turn 11. He just needs to keep it off the curb in turn 12. Does just that, keeping it wide. He's going to line it up. He only has 2 turns to go, and he's home with back-to-back victories. Granny Boy, an unbelievable performance in Australia. An unbelievable comeback drive. He won this race on that safety car restart. Triple overtake to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. What a race by Granny Boy. And Vapor Cobalt come home in P2. Back-to-back P2s. And Merrick is going to come home in P3, we believe. Let's see if Walker was able to close up enough. Oh, wait! No, he's not quite able to get there. Oh, that is unfortunate. Knowing Light beats Knight due to penalties. Ricky Starr in P3. Let's see if Raw... There are penalties on Sohan. Purple Catfish fought all the way back. We saw him at the back of the field, and he got all the way back up to P10, and he's able to get points. The first points of the season for AlphaTauri. What a finish. What a recovery by Purple Catfish. Jay Kelly with some unfortunate mistakes. Hash out there. We saw some overtakes. He did finally get past Mooks. On his debut, P12, as he loses control of the car, and that's going to cost Red Bull some massive money. As we wait for the final driver of the day, HFM Ethan, coming around the final couple of turns here. At the end of the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Haas driver, with multiple penalties on his debut, will be finishing in 14th position here today. That was some unbelievable racing we saw out there. Granny Boy, though, with the move of the race, the triple overtake on the safety car restart. That was sensational. Well, thank you all for tuning in here tonight for the Savior 6 Racing League's Bahrain Grand Prix, round 2 tonight here. Our driver of the day, Ricky Starr of the Mercedes. Mercedes with an unbelievable team performance, but P1 was taken tonight by Granny Boy, P2 Vapor Cobalt, and P3 Merrick. Will we get a different podium when it comes to Vietnam in 4 days' time? I really hope so. I want to see some competition up there with Granny Boy. He won it all in the safety car restart, though. Got out of the DRS just enough from Walker after the 2 laps before it was activated, and it gave him the P1 on the day. Stay tuned for post-race interviews with our podium. And P1 today, once again, Granny Boy. Welcome in. How does it feel?
Oh, mate, amazing. That was not easy at all. That was an absolute struggle to fight through after the first safety car, because I went back on the mediums and then another safety car come out, which kind of helped to go on the hards. Walker and that were going to go in a lap probably before me. I might have done an extra couple of laps. The only difference would have been just the tyre wears for me to gain on them. But it was good to hold everyone together. And then that safety car release, Walker's teammate completely messed that up, which is very unfortunate for him because he tried helping him out. And then, I kind of went through him. It helped me out a lot. But no, it was,
yeah, we were watching that live. We caught that. If we saw him start going, and he just held everybody up. His teammate had a slam on the brakes, and it was just a sensational run by you. You timed it perfectly, got the triple overtake, and it won you the race. We thought you were done for after the pit stop ended up causing you to be behind Walker and Cobalt. We were excited to see what was going to take place, but unfortunately, you decided to do it all before turn 1.
I was not expecting that, buddy. To be honest, I really wasn't.
No, go ahead. You can keep going.
No, in my head, mate, I was just like, right, okay, what's just happened? Like, I've taken first place from fourth after the release, and then obviously that helped me go ahead with the hard tyres, kept him at tyre management, and went for the fastest lap on lap 24, wherever it was. After I seen my teammate grab it, so I thought I'm going to push for it. and I got it.
Yeah, on 12 lap old hards as well. It was very impressive to see. He was on brand new softs, so we could kind of tell at that point you had some time in hand. You were kind of just cruising out there towards the end, just keeping it easy and safe. You were pushing though the entire time. It was impressive. It was very dominating.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I mean, obviously, after seeing Colbort's time, the intervals, I think it was like 5 seconds, and then when I pushed for it, I think I did about like 3 seconds with that lap alone, I think. And yeah, obviously, I'm very, very unfortunate for Walker, man. I feel so sorry for him today. I felt like we could have had maybe a battle. I did have that gap. He was doing me on some corners. I was doing him on some corners as well. It was just all like 50-50, and it was a mistake that was going to be made. And yeah, unfortunately, it was Walker's side, and I feel so sorry for him.
Hey, you made the most of it though. You made the move, and you got out of the DRS just in time. We saw you had it by like a tenth of a second. You got away from him and grew it out to like a 1.7 from there, and that pressure just looked like caused him to just lose it a bit there.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that's what like people have there in their heads, you know. Like if they can stay him in the DRS, wouldn't be a problem. But if they make a mistake, then that's just more pressure on your head. And I feel like that's what might have done Walker today. But I know he's a quick driver. I know he is.
Oh yeah.
I'll take nothing from him. So I'm hoping to have battles with him throughout the season.
Yeah, it should be fun next week at Vietnam on Thursday. You excited for that?
I'm not nah. I'm not, mate. It's the last turn for me. I hit my wing a few times.
Gotcha.
Yeah, mate.
It's a tricky one.
It is, mate. It is. You know, we're the first ones trying it. You know, not the actual rules.
Yeah,
drivers.
Exactly. They're all watching us, seeing how to take it.
Yeah, mate. I'll give them reviews on this track.
Well, 100%. Hey, cheers, Grant. Congrats on the win, and thanks for talking to me again.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good to talk to you, bro. I'll see you soon.
Take it easy. Yep, probably next week.
Cheers, yeah, definitely. Bye.
See ya. And finishing in P2 here today, after Walker lost control of his car, trying to push to keep up with Granny Boy, we have Vapor Cobalt. Congrats, P2 once again. How's it feel?
Feels good. Just car wasn't good at all. Struggling. I don't know why my setup was never like this before, but I don't know.
Yeah, different conditions. Maybe the night kind of affected a slightly different temperature.
Yeah.
I mean, you made the most of it. You still got back up to P2. Just really couldn't compete. Yeah. Great comeback drive. Starting on the medium tires. Definitely seemed to be the tire you wanted to start the race on for sure.
Yeah, that definitely. I was just that. My third run was just blocked, but
yeah,
it wasn't that big of a deal. It was, but it wasn't. I'm not that mad about it. Just in the moment.
Understandable. Yeah, this. What did you think about the safety car restart? It seemed like that basically won Grant the race. The lead car seemed to back up everybody a bit, and Grant just seemed to time it perfectly. Thought we were going to see some good racing from everybody up there, but
the safety car restart was not the greatest.
Yeah.
I almost got. I thought I would have got Walker, but it was just that the person I had Mooks in front of me, and it was just a long restart after that.
Well, hey, even for how bad the day went, you still got P2, so you can walk away.
I was being careful because I was one warning off of getting a penalty. I'm like, Walker's right there too.
Yeah, unfortunate for Walker, I saw he did leg out, so we'll have to figure that out.
I was actually surprised that he spun on. that corner. Usually it's the corner right after that one.
Yeah, turn 12. He lost it in turn 11, it looked like, so.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Definitely probably got P2, but
Well, hey, you capitalized on it. You were where you need to be when you needed to, and another P2. Hopefully, Vietnam, you can keep it up or even improve it.
I'm waiting for Netherlands.
That's the track.
Netherlands
we're
and
looking
China.
for. All right. Well, hey, after Vietnam, after you all crash out in Vietnam, China,
Vietnam,
China, and Netherlands.
Vietnam is just a track that I just not a fan of.
Understandable. Well, hey, even though you're kind of upset, P2, thanks for talking to us, and we look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, take it easy.
You too.
Well, it appears that we won't be having any more interviews. P1, P2. We were able to hear from here. Granny Boy in P1. Vapor Cobalt P2. Merrick P3 makes up our podium. Same as Australia. They're going to continue to grow their gap on the rest of the field. Let's see what can change going into Vietnam next Thursday at 8 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. PST, and 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Good luck and so long, everybody. Hope you all have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks for tuning in.